Butter Tonsley, fresh from the fridge, and welcome back to another episode of LA Noire. How are you all doing? Me, I'm doing alright. Things here and there.
187 at 5810 Murata Avenue. Homicide wants you over there. The coroner thinks the broad was whacked using the army morphine. Don't say anything, Roy. Just get over there.
Okay, definitely something's wrong with the boss, because he's majorly upset. But then again, I did ruin the last case, so that was my own fault.
What's with that getup of yours anyway? I should start introducing us as Detective Earl, and this is my science teacher, Mr. Phelps.
Your interest in my appearance is starting to get me worrying.
Like it or not, we're a dysfunctional couple now. People judge me with you on my arm same way they would a fat broad with a 5 o'clock shadow.
I really hope you're joking, Roy.
I'm hoping so too, because that was a disturbing thought. Anyway, so welcome back to another episode. So yeah, I'm doing alright. Not much to do today, so I figured I'd get another recording in, right? I kind of have nothing to do today, so I figured why not get some more recording done in my daily life schedule now.
Oh, Susie, you are so bad.
I also have some news to tell all of you. Now, this is no doubt something that people already know. There's only one episode right now of Hollow Knight, and the reason why, just in case for those of you that don't know, or for those that don't understand why more hasn't come out yet, is because I was having a few technical issues with trying to get the recording right without the cutscenes like lagging so much, because there was just like so much lag, and I didn't know if it was gonna bug people to think, oh, this recording is not professional. This guy doesn't know what he's doing. So yeah. But I will be getting into recording that actually very soon. For another thing for us to enjoy, because I want to get back into Hollow Knight. So I'll see you guys when I get to this location. Come on, Roy, get in the car. Alright, which way did I have to go? I'm just looking at the map so I don't get lost. Alright, left, down Fountain Avenue, and take a right on Bronson Avenue. Okay. See you guys later.
Seem distracted. We recovered the morphine. Some of it might be unaccounted for, so what? That's life. We did our job.
They stopped for me?
Closing one case opens another.
No, wait, I stopped for them.
Do you have any
they don't
idea
stop
what
for
is
me.
really going on while we're wasting our time following this stuff?
Are you going to tell me?
The deals being done right now will change the face of LA forever, and we're wasting our time on some hump.
Someone's little girl.
Visit the morgue at the end of the month when the John and Jane Does are cremated. Their percentages. The odds for and against lightning striking.
Alright, here we are. Murder scene. 2:26 p.m. Is that literally what the place is called, or is it just calling it that and not telling us what the name of the place is?
Second floor, apartment 6, in the back.
Second floor, apartment 6. Okay. Strangely quiet, and I'm guessing that's it over there. Yep. Apartment 6, down here.
Bukowski, you made homicide.
That I did. Good to see you, Phelps.
You two want a hug? Or can we get on with it?
Relax, Rusty.
It's Rusty!
26 years old, fashion model. Found in the tub by the cleaning lady, Mrs. Reynoldson. She called it in.
We heard Carruthers thinks...
Carruthers likes to make work for people. Overdose of sleeping pills. Falls asleep in the tub. Rest in peace. Case closed.
Here, here. Mal is 100% that it's murder.
you mind if I take a look around?
Sure. Go right ahead.
All right. Oh, looks like. Oh.
Phelps?
Val, we've had a look around. Rusty thinks it's a waste of time. What's your theory?
Come on, Mal. Tell us why we were dragged down here.
If the victim was alive when she entered the tub, water would have entered her lungs. The water is violently churned in the windpipe as she drowns. The result is that a lot of foam is generated. This foam is found at the mouth and nostrils in almost all cases of real drowning. Notice anything about our Vic?
May I take a look?
Be my guest.
My guy said we had to look around. I didn't even look around yet. I started.
Take a closer look at her head and neck.
The neck is bruised pretty badly.
Not the neck snapping. Stop it. I don't like it. It's disturbing. What the hell is that? This.
Very unusual ring.
I could be wrong, but it looks like a black sapphire.
Is he not gonna contemplate the weird-looking bite marks on her arm?
Bruising on the forearms, and these look like bite marks.
Very good. The eyes are a classic sign of morphine, and the bruises tell their own story. I think one man held her down, and another held her arm and injected her. They put her in the bath to try to cover it as a drowning.
And spread a trail of barbiturates.
Take a look around outside on your way out and see if you can find the syrettes. It would make my theory.
And morphine would have been very quick, and there wouldn't have been much of a struggle.
Okay, so find two guys who recently bought syrettes and weren't junkies, and you might be onto something.
This is her? Any photos? She's something else.
Yes.
Let me look around, see if there's anything I can find in this place.
Mr. Lee was.
Could a girl like that? She's having trouble with some boys, huh? Got her heart broken. Couldn't take it anymore.
Looks like barbiturates.
From the bath, down some pills, and then she just drifted off.
I don't know. Miss Julie, she always had so much fire. So much drive. I'm sorry.
Quality English smoking jacket. I don't know anyone under 45 who would wear one.
It's okay.
Smoking jacket. And that's a men's smoking jacket.
Barbiturates. What else is rattling around in this thing? We should speak to a doctor. Prescribing both drugs would make her life a roller coaster.
Let's look around more. Excuse me, photograph boy. There you go. Yeah. Oh, these are photos of her.
This is all top end of town stuff. Gives us somewhere to look.
Blank. I feel like one of these is gonna have some sort of secret significance to it. I'm gonna check each one.
Been a modeling assignment.
Aha!
It's a place to start.
DSC 6582 Hollywood Boulevard. I'm working Tuesday, 11 to 4 p.m. Come keep me company? Question mark. Ask for Miss Randall. Julia. about this one.
Beautiful girl. Clothes certainly aren't from the Sears catalog.
Nice dress. That blanket down. Okay, so one actually had some significance to it. The other two were just blanks.
I'm Detective Phelps. I'm here to try and help Julia. Do you mind answering some questions?
Virginia Reynoldson, I'm just so shocked. I feel like there's something I should be doing, someone I should call.
We can make those calls, ma'am. Who needs to be notified?
That's just it. I don't know. Miss Julie doesn't have any family in town. Someone has to set her affairs in order. Mr. Henderson, maybe? Who else is there? I don't know.
If you give the details to the other detectives, ma'am, they can try and get in contact. Was Miss Randall depressed about something? Upset?
No more than normal.
Come on, you gotta give us more than that.
Would she have killed herself for a man?
Miss Julie would never have killed herself.
She
was a very determined young lady.
I gotta stop.
One of those people who shake the tree for all it's worth.
I gotta stop, like, thinking of downing people now when people make their eyes look to the side, because for some reason, apparently that's wrong. God dang it. Alright.
Did Miss Randall have many friends visit?
I'm not sure. I only come around twice a week.
Men friends, Mrs. Reynoldson. Spill it.
Okay, I'm restarting. Because this is getting ridiculous. I'll be right back at that scene, because I'm not going to go on a bad streak again. I'm going to try my best this time. Alright, and we're back. Okay, so I'm going to pay 100% attention now. If I get any wrong after this, I'm not going to keep restarting again.
Was Miss Randall depressed about something? Upset?
No more than normal.
No more than normal. Alright, let me look at what we got. Benzodrine. Was Miss Randall depressed about something? Upset, no more than normal.
So she wasn't mad at anyone in particular?
No, men were usually besotted with Miss Julia, not the other way around.
It was probably a lie.
I don't think Miss Julia was ever in love with anyone.
I really wish it would allow us to, like, restart the question and not have to go through the entire game.
Did Miss Randall have many friends visit?
I'm not sure. I only come around twice a week.
Now this I know is a lie.
Why are you lying to me, Mrs. Reynoldson? Julia had men stay here.
I will not speak ill of the dead. You can't prove that.
Yes, I can.
Who owns the smoking jacket?
I wouldn't like to tell tales, you understand. That's Mr. Henderson's. An older man, very distinguished looking. He seemed very much in love with her.
Where would we find him?
I'm sorry. I don't know. He said he lives in San Francisco.
What was it like working for Miss Randall?
Perfectly fine, officer.
perfectly fine. Yeah, that can't be right.
Mrs. Reynoldsson, it seems like there's something you want to tell me.
All right.
She was very high.
I got the first one wrong because I should have remembered.
One moment and
she had
at you the
medicine
next.
For something.
She wanted it all.
I don't know
she wanted
what
it damn quick.
Amphetamine.
Of course, being so beautiful, it seemed like she was going to get it. Not the way it's turned out, though, is it?
Thanks, Mrs. Reynoldsson. You've been very helpful. One of the other detectives will take your statement, and then you can go home. I'm
sorry for restarting that one. I didn't want to get all but one right. So, that's Mr. Henderson's jacket. And the first one I would have gotten right because I should have probably brought up the medicine that she was prescribed with.
Stefan, Rusty, we'll take a look around outside and then follow up these leads. Can you get some guys to run down the jacket?
You think Carruthers has called it right?
I'm good.
He rarely gets it wrong. I don't know. I'm a Galloway. I've met enough girls in my time who can't handle their dope.
Okay, seriously, Roy, you were there at the time looking at the body with my guy. You saw the bruises and bite marks. You're saying that she would beat and bite herself and then drown herself taking sleeping pills? No one's that stupid. But apparently you are. This is why I don't like Roy. Guy thinks he's right about everything.
Bukowski, Galloway, quite the little reunion in there. Almost brought a tear to my eye.
They're good police.
How would you know? You got promoted so fast you barely had time to learn their names. Let me fill you in. Bukowski's a pushover. Galloway's a drunk.
You could learn a thing or two from both of them.
Please. They couldn't work a vice case if their life depended on it.
I don't see why they'd be any better or worse at it than me.
I noticed you said better. Hubris disguised as humility. Kind of your trademark, don't you think?
Why do you always twist everything? Galloway's got nothing to prove. He's been on homicide for years.
And he's welcome to it. You're a terrier, Phelps, and that's what I need. Not some old bulldog who can't get up a flight of stairs without coughing up his lunch.
See, Roy's a jerk. People like him I don't like. He's shunning Rusty just because of age. Because he expects to have, like, a younger partner who has major experience. And he even disses Bukowski, saying he doesn't have what it takes to be in butts. Roy's just a jerk. People like Roy, everyone, don't listen to him. Everyone could be able to make a change and a difference in life. You just gotta believe in yourself that you can. It takes hard work and determination, but you can get it done. And Roy's one of those people that just thinks, oh no, the only life is either the easy life or the hard life. And the hard life, no one gets anywhere. That's pretty much his thoughts. Roy doesn't know the back end of a pipe unless it hit him in the head. Excuse me. Alright, and all that talking, I'm not going to edit that out because that was a good conversation I had because I spoke my heart out. And we're also here. So let's go. Dr. Stoneman's practice. Absolutely fireproof. Okay. Okay, so we got a lead about medication from Mr. Stoneman. So now we just have to find him. Alright, where is he? There he is, Dr. Stoneman. 5th floor, room 505. Everything's slowed down right there. What the hell?
Here, Stoneman, office 505.
Yeah, I saw that ahead of you, Phelps. I'm learning. I may have gotten some things messed up in the last cases, but I'm still learning. Learning takes time. Instivator.
I swear, if we locked up every doctor in this town, Vice would be able to work half days.
If you're so sick of Viceroy, how about you quit? 505. The only one with a nameplate on the front of it.
Yes, sir, your name?
LAPD. We'd like to see Dr. Stoneman.
Dr. Stoneman is with a patient. Would you like to wait?
No, we wouldn't. Tell him we want to see him now.
There's no need to be rude.
Save it, sister.
Dr. Stoneman, I have some gentlemen from the LAPD here to see you.
Send them in, please. I'll see this patient again after they've left.
Okay, I am back. Sorry about that, everyone. There was mail, so I had to... I'm not bringing it in. Alright, and we're back to the episode. Let's see the doctor.
Dr. Stoneman, we are investigating the death of one of your patients, Julia Randall.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
Do you mind if we ask you some questions about Ms. Randall?
Not if it doesn't compromise doctor-patient privilege, Detective.
Okay.
How well did you know Miss Randall?
Barely at all. She'd only been a patient 6 months or so. You
seem like you know something.
You didn't like her, did you?
It wasn't a question of like, Detective. She was incredibly beautiful. When you looked in her eyes, you knew how a mouse felt before a snake. Not an ounce of
Why did
warmth
my
there.
character say that? How come Doubt My Guy makes it sound like people are, like, evil? All you had to do was down him because, like, his eyes are shifting, showing that he obviously knew a little bit, but I gotta stop with the eye shifting. Stop it. Stop it! Ah!
You wrote Julia Randall a prescription for Benzedrine. How can you account for that?
Miss Randall was in the fashion business. She wanted to control her weight.
Control her weight. There's also there was also sleeping pills. Yeah, no, he's lying.
We believe Miss Randall died of an overdose of morphine. You didn't prescribe her anything else, did you?
That is a very serious allegation to level at a doctor, young man. I am well aware of what is prescribed under the Harrison Act, Detective.
But
If you wish to make any other ridiculous accusations, I suggest you direct them to my attorney.
We often find the more obstructive people tend to be, Dr. Stoneman, the more they have to hide.
I'm not restarting it, because if I restart it, then I'm gonna...
Not sure this means much. I don't think so.
I'm just gonna let it go. Let's see about going to the dress store. It's right behind us. I'll see you guys when we get there.
Have you noticed how croakers only pull out the physician-patient privilege card when they got something to hide?
There are certain things people have a right to keep private.
Until it gets in the way of police work. And it's only private when it suits them. A couple of drinks and every doctor I've met will spill your darkest secrets in a heartbeat.
Focus. Focus. Focus, 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 focus.
It's him, the cop from the newspaper.
Well, hello. What can I help you with today?
LAPD, ma'am.
I hope I haven't done anything wrong.
No, ma'am. We're making some inquiries about Julia Randall. Does she work here?
No, I had to let her go. Is she in some sort of trouble?
She was found dead this morning. How long had Julia worked as a model?
Well, she worked in New York before coming here. She was a very beautiful girl.
Okay.
Could you tell us why you let Miss Randall go?
Husbands sometimes come in here with their wives. When Julia Randall modeled, the husbands were often more interested in her than they were their wives' dresses. The wives weren't happy, and neither was I.
Did she have any close friends here?
Actually, yes. Heather Swanson. Would you like to speak with her?
I'd like that very much. Please don't inform her about Miss Randall's death.
Very well, officer.
Heather?
These gentlemen are from the LAPD.
I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Earl. I understand that you worked with Julia Randall, Miss Swanson?
Yes. Julia helped me get my job here. She's not in any kind of trouble, is she?
She's a hellraiser, isn't she? Lives a fast life.
Oh, no. Maybe Mrs. Stanley would call her that, but I wouldn't. She's full of life, a wonderful company.
That's a lovely engagement ring.
Do you like it? Henry gave it to
I'm
me.
very interested in engagement rings. Do you mind if I take a closer look?
What did she say, Henry? Does she mean Henry Henderson?
That's some pearl, Miss Swanson. Would have cost Henry a fortune. He must really love you. How did you meet Julia?
I was introduced through my fiancé, Henry Arnett.
Henry is your beau. Tell us about him.
Yes, he is. Henry has a fashion business. He and Julia have been friends for years.
Are Miss Randall and Mr. Henderson engaged?
Who's he?
She was wearing a sapphire engagement ring. Someone must have given it to her.
She never mentioned a man named Henderson to me.
That's all for now, Miss Swanson. Could you ask your fiancé to visit Hollywood Police Station? It would be very helpful to our inquiry.
Now, wait a moment. I don't think I'll pass on that message until you tell me why you're asking all these questions.
Julia Randall was found dead this morning.
What? Oh, no. Oh, I can't believe it. She was so full of life.
Phelps, 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Any messages?
Yes, Detective. The coroner's been asking to speak to you. I can connect the call if you like.
Please, thank you. Al?
Cole, can you get over here? I just finished the autopsy.
Sure thing, Mal. We'll be right over.
I'm starting to put together a certain thought in my head. I feel like I know what's going on, but I'll have to wait and see. See you guys when we get to the hospital.
Nice move not telling old Sweet Lips in there about her friend taking the big jump till we were half out the door. Very slick.
I figured we'd get more out of her that way.
You're learning, Phelps. We'll make a vice cop out of you yet.
And we'll make you a nice and honest man out of you.
Detectives Phelps and Earl here to see the coroner.
Yes, Detective. He's waiting for you in the examination room.
Alright. Let's see what we got here. What the? Oh. This is his office. Oops. Oh, yeah, right. Oh, there we go. Okay. Alright. We got turned around.
Cole, Roy, I have some information for you.
You're the only person enjoying this, Mal. Get on with it.
The bruising confirms 2 sets of hands, so we have 2 killers. Death was caused by heart failure due to an overdose of morphine.
Have you dragged us down here to gloat? We already heard your theory.
We agree that she was murdered.
Yes, of course.
I have something else to show you.
All right, Mal, what gives?
The dead guy's name is Jimmy LeBlanc, career burglar. He came in this morning. Someone stove his head in with a lump of 2x4.
So what? Good riddance.
I found 2 cigarettes in his jacket pocket.
Wow.
Hang on a minute, Roy. We're listening now.
No sign of morphine use and no metabolized morphine in his blood. Scratch marks on his face.
Which could be from getting his head remodeled.
Time of death, Mal.
Maybe an hour or 2 after the Randall girl.
So you're saying Laughing Boy here could be one of our killers? That's a hell of a long shot.
Thanks, Mal. We'll check it out.
I found something else.
Sorry, I don't play.
I don't know if it's significant. His wallet was empty. The only other things he was carrying were the harmonica and the morphine. Carruthers. Yeah, he's here. I'll send him over. They have a guy called Henry Arnett in interview 2 for you next door. Let me know how you get on.
Sure, Mal. And thanks for the lead.
Sure, Mal. Thanks for the lead.
See, I don't like Roy. He's stuck up and he's a jackass. Seriously. Could you be any more of a jerk, Roy? Alright. You know what, Roy? Just for that, you're driving. Oh, wait. Oh, we're right here? Okay. Okay, I'll let you off easy, Roy.
Oh, little Squid. She was 13 if she was today.
Guy gave his wife a tat. I said, don't spare him.
What are we here for?
Arnett is in interview 2, Phelps. Go help him get whatever it is off his chest.
Interview 2. Oh, there you go. Interview room 2.
Mr. Arnett, I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Earl. Thanks for coming in.
Call me Henry.
It's the least I could do. Terrible news about Julia.
How well did you know Julia Randall?
Vaguely. I'm in the clothing business, and Julia occasionally modeled for me.
And you were close?
We were friends.
I don't know how I got that wrong, but okay.
Miss Randall's landlady said she was seeing an older man.
Could have been. I wasn't privy to all the details of Julia's private life.
Isn't there anything else you can do? You seem to know something else.
Spill it, Henry. You know nothing about a man named Henderson?
Yes, you're right. Henderson, yeah. Very distinguished.
How about a first name, wise guy? An address, maybe?
I'm sorry, I don't. I think he lives somewhere out of town. Somewhere back east.
Wait. He answered the question afterwards anyway.
Ever heard of a Jimmy LeBlanc?
No. Should I have? Is he an entertainer or something?
Is anybody making coffee soon? No, sorry. What the hell is the LAPD up to these days? You trying to sit me down? We're not dirty in this city anymore.
So you wouldn't have any reason to believe that LeBlanc would be involved in Julia Randall's murder?
If this guy is a criminal, he might have been involved. But like I said, I've never heard of this LeBlanc character.
Heather told us that you were in fashion.
That's right.
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
Some kind of traveling salesman?
Once I got out of the Corps, I used my...
You were in the Marines?
Sure. I'm proud of it. Fighting 6th.
You were in the 6th Marines?
Yes. I was a captain.
Which company?
Various companies. We had a lot of casualties.
Which engagements?
Okinawa. A couple of other places.
That will be all for now, Henry. You've been very helpful.
That son of a bitch was never in the Marines. Why'd you let him off the hook?
Because we're giving him a couple of minutes before we start tailing him. Arnett is an amateur. We need to find out who killed the girl. Can you pass this on to Bukowski? Have him check the place out and go through his records.
Sure, I'll pass it on.
Thanks. Can you also have R&I run the records on a Jimmy LeBlanc and find out who was his last arresting officer? Have them get in touch via KGPL when they have some information.
He's in that car at the lights.
So it looks like we're tailing another car. Oh, he's stopping. The hell are we? Bought and sold? At a pawn shop?
He needs money and fast. Get in there and find out what he pawned. I'll stick with him, see how he intends to spend the money. Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
Isn't that the cop?
What? Please tell me it's gonna put me back. Yes, I want to skip the action scene. I want to skip the action scene. Just get me straight to tailing him. Wait, what? What? No, I meant to... I meant, like, I thought it was action scene as in, like, the whole driving in and all that.
That's right, Mexico City. One-way ticket, please. Next
Whatever.
available seat.
That would be 1 day from now. Is that okay?
It's going to have to be. LAPD, the man who just came in here, he bought a ticket?
Yes, sir. To Mexico City, tomorrow night.
If you hear from him again, don't mention this conversation.
What have you got?
He bought a ticket from Mexico City. Tomorrow night.
That's good. But this is better.
Oh my God. It's Fabergé.
Should have seen the look on the pawnbroker's face when I told him to hand it over. The guy who owned the joint thought it was worth at least 10 large for a cigarette case. Arnett only got 600 clams.
With love and affection. Dearest Beverly. With love and affection. Oh, I need to go to that phone.
11K, come in.
Go ahead, KGPL.
11K, go to Hollywood Station. Homicide detectives Bukowski and Galloway have information relating to the Randall case.
Roger, KGPL. 11K, en route.
Car 11K, Car 11 King, come in.
Car 11 King, go ahead.
R&I reports.
Oh, God dang it, he was... I need to use the phone anyway. I'll listen to more of the radio as soon as I take care of this.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Isn't he a cop who won the medal and is solving
Any
all
luck with the arrest record check on Jimmy LeBlanc?
Yes, Detective. Jimmy LeBlanc's last arresting officer was Patrolman Fred Wallace. He's posted the Hollywood 9th Beat Sunset Boulevard between Gordon and Wilcox.
Thanks for your help.
Alright. So I know who the patrolman that... Nah, I caught him. Come on, Roy. Get in.
A one-way ticket to Mexico. Old Henry's looking as guilty as a dog next to a pile of dog shit.
What's his motive?
I can think of a few, but I'd put my money south of the belt. One guy plus 2 dames always equals problems.
Roy might be onto something there, and that's actually something that I had a thought of in my head, especially with that case. Alright, we're back at the station first.
Sir, I need the contraband list. Items stolen over the last year.
Hang on, I'll dig out a copy for you. Here you go.
Thanks.
Is the cigarette case on there?
Fabergé gold cigarette case. Miss Beverly Everstrom.
It's here.
And
Arnett must be out of his mind trying to move this while under a murder cloud.
Wait, and a black sapphire ring.
Julia Randall's ring. It's here.
Silver pillbox.
Seems Julia wasn't the first aboard Society girl to hide her bennies in that pillbox.
They weren't even his print, and he still confessed.
Even the engagement ring was purloined. Arnett is a cad.
He's a thief, and he's secretly stealing things. Oh, I knew it. It is him. Alright, he's right up ahead. Excuse us. Oh.
Come on, let's give him a hand.
Right behind you, Wallace. Detective Phelps.
Come on. Got two people to catch.
Wallace, go left. I'm going right after this little prick in the alley.
Come on. Whoa! Did I get him? Nope. Got one.
Throw out the guns. Clear me some space here.
I think I got him. Oh, now I got him.
Get behind something, Phelps.
Shot him in the elbow. Ow.
Thanks. Outstanding warrant, armed robbery. Knocked over a drugstore back there, and it looks like he brought his whole posse with him. Bad luck for them. They're all yours now. We need some information.
Ever heard of a burglar goes by the name of Jimmy LeBlanc?
Sure. I nabbed Jimmy on a burglary beef a couple of years back. They cut through a music shop and into a jewelry store. He got 4 years. I miss his partner, though.
His partner?
Big guy. I had him cornered, and he picked up this huge display case and threw it out a plate glass window. Then he vaulted out of there like something out of Barnum and Bailey.
Got away.
I would have had him, except for LeBlanc yelling, "Run for it, Willie!"
And you think he was an acrobat of some sort?
More like a strongman, a wrestler, or a boxer, that kind of thing.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
You haven't done too badly yourself.
Willie? Alright, here we are.
Nice house.
Everstrom residence.
LAPD, ma'am. Is Mrs. Eavestrom in?
She is. Would you follow me, sir?
I am Mrs. Eavestrom. How may I help you?
We appear to have recovered some stolen goods that belong to you, ma'am.
Yes, of course. That terrible burglary. Would you like something to drink?
No, thank you, ma'am. We have some questions, if you don't mind.
Why would I mind, young man? If you are returning 43 pieces of my property.
Okay, before we get down to that, I'll have a scotch. Thanks, straight up.
Maria, can you get the detective a drink, please?
Okay. Wait, no! I need... Open your book! Review evidence. Hey. Contraband list. So, it was Fabergé cigarette case. Pearl. Well, actually, the list is pretty much right in front of us, which was a pearl ring, black sapphire, and this silver case that held the pills. Okay.
Can you describe to us what was stolen?
It would be easier to describe what wasn't stolen, Detective. A priceless tiara that has been in the family for 50 years. A Fabergé cigarette case that was worth $25,000.
There was more on the list. I'm going to use intuition just in case. So it's either true or lying. So we can't click on any of that stuff. She called about this, as well as the black sapphire ring.
Why are you lying about the value of your jewelry, Mrs. Eavestrom?
Who do you think you are, making heinous accusations in my own home? Young man, you are being quite diabolically rude. If that's all, I would like you out of this house.
I am doing horrible.
What can you tell us about the burglary?
A terrible night, at least a year ago. But let's not go into that. Let's talk about what you've recovered.
Were you in the house when the burglary took place?
Good heavens, no. I was at a social function held by a Dr. Harold Stoneman and his lovely wife. I returned home and all of my things were missing.
That's about it for now, Mrs. Eavestrom. The department will get in touch and let you know how you can recover your valuables.
You've only mentioned a few of the items that have been stolen, Detective. What else has been recovered?
You see, Phelps? That's why you get the drinks in early.
Hello, Mother. Hello, detectives. What is going on?
We'd like to ask exactly the same question.
You have met my daughter?
This morning at work. Oh, mother and father divorced. I took my father's name.
The detectives recovered some of the things that were stolen, darling.
Well, what did you find?
A sapphire ring on the corpse of Julia Randall.
What are you talking about?
Your engagement ring, Miss Swanson. Would you be surprised to know that it was part of the proceeds of a burglary?
That's an outrageous allegation.
Yes, it is. I suggest we go straight to Henry Arnett's place and sort this mess out.
Oh. We have a woman in the back of the car. This is new. Where's Henry's? Wow, he's down there. Okay, I'll see you guys when I get to Henry's.
We're missing something here. Arnett is obviously arranging the burglaries.
That's my fiancé you're making scurrilous accusations about.
And Randall was obviously his partner.
But neither of them are the type to creep apartments.
You're being ridiculous. Both of you. There's a very good explanation for all of this.
Put a sock in it, sister. You're being played for a patsy and you're not even smart enough to see it.
Alright. Here comes his apartment. Alright, miss, let's go.
Come on, sister. Let's find out who your fiancé really is.
Welcome, sir. I'm sorry, are you a resident?
LAPD detectives. We're here to speak to Henry Arnett.
Oh, Mr. Arnett? Apartment 30. You can take the lift.
Thank you.
Alright, everyone, come on. On the elevator. Come on. Everyone gets in. Apartment 30.
Well, isn't this just nice and awkward?
Stop! LAPD! Don't kill him, Cole. This guy's our case.
Go on, get
Put
out.
your hands in the air.
Yep. Oh, go, 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 go. Go, go, go. Come on. After him, after him, after him.
Give it up, LAPD.
Up, 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 up.
Don't make me chase you.
Oh, no, not the balancing.
Stop or I will shoot.
Look out! What happened? What, I'm just cocked and I don't get to fight him?
Looks like he got you good, Phelps.
Yeah, he really packs a wallop. How did I get back here?
Under your own steam, miraculously. You came in through the window, said hello, and then keeled over.
How was Arnett?
He's coming around, too. He's all hopped up. Good time to get some answers.
You missing something, Henry? You told Heather you're honeymooning without her? Vacheron Constantine. That's an extremely expensive watch, Henry.
A graduation present from my parents.
That watch was on the list. And I lost my hat! I just noticed that. My hat's gone. They stole my hat! How could they take a man's hat?
We know all about the jewelry ring. You and Randall and LeBlanc and Willie doing the legwork.
I'm in the fashion business.
You're in the fashion business, yet you were selling something to the pawn shop, and it was part of the contraband list.
You're lying, Henry.
How can you prove that I'm involved, Detective?
Because you pawned a Fabergé cigarette case today for $600. A case that is on a list of stolen items.
It was Julia's idea. Get a list of society parties, find out where and when, and then have the guests burgled. Julia was desperate for money. No matter how much we made, she always wanted more.
Uh-huh.
Why did Reed and LeBlanc kill Julia Randall?
I wanted to stop, to get out of that life. I was gonna marry Heather if she'd have me. Julia told the others that they were out, that she was gonna create a new gang.
Yeah, I doubt that.
You wanted Julia Randall out of your life.
Why would he want that? Julia was our friend.
Julia was his hump, sweetheart. They were the Bonnie and Clyde of society burglars. He met you and realized he didn't have to steal anymore. He could just mooch from you. He needed Julia out of the way.
Julia was insatiable. She didn't care about anyone, not the least me. She was never going to go back to the poverty she came from. I wanted it to stop.
Who is Henderson, and what is his involvement?
Tell them what you know, Henry. I'll stand by you if you'll only tell the truth.
There is no Henderson.
He's lying.
Tell me about your first burglary, and don't lie.
I can't remember. I don't keep a list of these things.
He talks about the list.
Your first burglary was a Dr. Harold Stoneman. You want to explain how he is involved, or shall I?
Henderson is Stoneman. He was crazy about Julia. She could get him to do whatever she wished. He threw the parties, and we arranged the burglaries. Julia never let him touch her. She just kept him hanging on the promise. Drove the good doctor almost insane.
Henry Arnett, you are under arrest for burglary and for the murder of Julia Randall.
Henderson is Stoneman, all right? I'm not the guy you want. Go talk to the good doctor.
Oh, we will, knucklehead. Meanwhile, we're fitting you for convict stripes.
Wait. But his name is Henry. And the person was called Henry Henderson. Stoneman is Henderson? But the full name is Henry Henderson.
You can drive.
Do we know where we're going?
Stoneman's practice. That's where we're going.
About the woman that stabbed her husband and pushed him out of the car. That's the cop.
Gosh, Mom, pancakes. That's not.
I guess the wedding's off.
He only robbed her mother and killed her best friend. Cut the guy some slack.
So how does the doctor fit in?
That's what we're about to find out. Maybe we should ask him to give you a quick once-over. That meathead gave you one hell of a pasting.
I've had worse.
You should have seen yourself staggering back
Yeah,
in
got my
there
hat
like
back.
a drunken sailor.
Next time you can take the runner, Roy.
I didn't box in the Marines, though, did I?
Should have never told you that.
Now Roy's gonna bust our balls just because we got cocked in the head by a guy with a cheap shot grabbing a wooden, like, piece of a broom. You would think my guy would be prepared for around the corner attacks by now, with how many times it's been happening. It's like, come on, man. instincts. Prepare for things around the corner. How can you not be prepared by now after, like, getting cocked in the head or getting clotheslined 3 to 4 times in a row? How? By now, I'd be prepared. Every corner, I would be prepared to just block, sock him in the face.
Time for the doctor to give us something to make this all better.
Oh, seriously. Come on, Phelps. You're making me look bad here, Phelps. You're getting cocked and clotheslined all over the place. I might as well play as Rusty. At least he has experience.
Hang on a moment, sister. Tell him it's Henry Arnett. And tell him it's urgent.
I can't do that.
Tell him, or I'll charge you with obstruction of justice.
Doctor, I'm afraid Mr. Arnett is here to see you, and he says it's urgent.
Send him in.
I told you never to come.
Tell us the truth, Doctor.
I'm so glad you came. Prison will be better than insanity, and I'm already half insane with grief. Do you know that I loved her? I ruined my life for her, and yet I still love her.
Will you testify in court that Arnett and Randall did these robberies?
They organized the robberies. Julie would get the names of the guests attending my wife's parties. Didn't matter how much money I showered upon her, it was never enough. She never really cared for me.
Doctor, I'm afraid you're under arrest.
The practice. You'll call Dr. Gerard. No. Please don't cry. I want to see no one. Not my wife or my children, nor my friends. And I don't want a lawyer. Just lock me up and throw away the key. What have I done?
Didn't see that coming.
God.
He just jumped out the window and killed himself! Holy crap! What, it's still going?
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
I need an ambulance and the coroner immediately to the offices of Dr. Harold Stoneman, 1646 Ivor Street, Hollywood.
En route, Detective. You have a message. Detective Bukowski says the suspect is named Wilson Willie the Wolf Reed, former wrestler. Last known address is an apartment building at the corner of Hollywood and Vine. Detective Bukowski says to meet them there.
On our way. We have an address for the runner.
Let's try and wrap this up then.
Should we check on his person, like the doctor? I feel like we should, because who knows, he might have some information on hand.
That old boy really fell for that broad.
She was incredibly beautiful.
Would you throw it all away for a woman?
Life has a way of making you pay for your pride.
You're quite the romantic, Phelps. Stick with the percentages. Broken hearts are for chumps.
You're talking from experience.
Ooh.
I certainly am. Oh, I like women as much as the next guy. As long as they're in their place and doing what they're told.
I want to see if we can, like, investigate the body.
Come on, I got friends who work at the Examiner. How about
Is somebody gonna tell us what the hell is going on?
Oh, nope. Alright, can't investigate it. Alright, you guys got this taken care of.
Thank God I didn't park there.
Really, Roy? Wow, that's not far. It's literally right behind us. Whoop, on the sidewalk, sorry. All right. Willie's apartment. The Broadway, Hollywood.
He's around here somewhere. A big guy. Neighbors say he always wears basketball shoes and a cream jacket. And get this. The kids around here say he plays the harmonica.
Find a game well and have the commander set up a dragnet. We want the area closed off. We'll take this side of the street.
A harmonica-playing wrestler. That's a weird one. Think he knits as well?
I
Keep
hear
your
him.
eyes open and your mouth shut. We don't want him to bolt on us.
I hear him. That's him.
Wilson Reed, LAPD, give yourself up.
Fuck, he's climbing. Got him in the leg. Up, up, up. Ah, dang it.
We're all trying to get somewhere.
Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Look out, Roy. I'm faster.
Hold it. He's got to be around here somewhere. No place to go unless he grew wings. There he is. Waste the son of a bitch.
Holy shit, this guy's taking a lot of hits. Oh, headshot. I got him.
Son of a bitch really picked a spot for it up here, didn't he? Julia Randall's folks are flying in from New York tomorrow to claim the body. I saw her on the slab. So perfect. Looked like she was made of porcelain. She really made an impression on me.
Leah had that impact on a lot of men.
Christ, it's cold. You guys did good work here today. Roy, I think you should buy your brother officers a drink.
Do you now? That's very generous of you, Lieutenant.
All right. 3 stars, I'll take it. The slightest trace of morphine at the crime scene would have put a smile on Caritha's face. I didn't... Wait, Caritha. Oh. Well, all I know is I got it done. I say I did pretty well. I got some of the questions wrong. That was my own mistake. Oh!
We're being overrun. We have to get off of this hill.
That's one of our 50 cal still firing, Cole. The 22nd are still fighting.
It's over, Cole. Looks like you're one of the lucky ones.
Goodbye to your friend Hank, Jack.
He was your friend too, Cole. Is this how you're going to leave him? Are you wounded?
Not a scratch, Kelso.
Well, get up and get out of that fucking hole! Find a stretcher while you're at it so we can get him out of here.
Who's the senior officer here?
I guess that's you, Cole.
You were up here all night?
Yes, sir.
And your command?
Gone, sir.
Sorry to hear that, son. God damn it, we have beaten these bastards back. It's the beginning of the end, and it was one here. You're a goddamn hero, son. What's your name?
Lieutenant Phelps, sir.
I'm recommending you for the Silver Star, and promoting you to First Lieutenant.
Woo! Yeah, that's something to see in front of you. Guy gets blown up into pieces. Well, all I have to say is that's all for this episode. Oh, that took a while. It's going to take a lot of editing for a lot of that, but other than that, I say I still did pretty good on that case. I'll have to see what happens next time we play. Alright, so, thank you all so much for watching. Please, leave a like, comment, tell me what you think of videos. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day.
It's delicious.